It is Tuesday, July 11th.
I'm not a perfect person. There's many things I wish I didn't do, but I continue learning. I never meant to do those things to you, and so I have to say before I go.
And after a very, very hot, humid past 2 weeks,
oh my God.
It's a pretty comfortable 87 degrees out here today. Beautiful in here, as always. And sorry I missed last week, but as I always say, shit happens.
Shit happens.
And over the past couple of weeks, of course, we've had all kind of stupid things as usual.
Hi all, this is Kermit Frog.
How can you watch that stupid shit?
And it is amazing after you take a little bit of time off from looking at things just to clear your own head. And you come back and look at it, how absolutely fucking plentiful things are in the category of stupidity.
Plenty.
That have occurred over the time you have taken off from looking at all this stupid shit. But I did notice that Klaus Schwab was back, busy overlording once again.
Dr. Kissinger, our time, our satellite time is running out. What wonderful opportunity to conclude our week here with such concrete proposals and ideas of how we can really create, I would say, a new world order.
Keeping busy by praising China for their tyrannical COVID measures.
Premier Li is the ex-premier of the People's Republic of China and a member of the Chinese Communist Party Central Committee Politburo Standing Committee.
Hey, this guy's a commie! Hey, keep it quiet!
Premier Li has a distinguished career in public service, having led the economic and social development of 3 major provinces: Zhejiang, Jiangsu, and Shanghai.
God bless you!
He has also been instrumental in opening up China's capital market, attracting foreign investment
Our stock will rise high.
and innovation, and creating new urban areas to address land scarcity.
Go!
Premier Li took his office this March at China's National People's Congress at a critical moment when China adopted new COVID control measures and started to boost economic development.
And you know, it's funny, speaking of which, seeing Kissinger's little toad face, it is amazing how old these guys actually are and that they're still, you know, considered these highly esteemed world leaders.
Acid.
What?
Would increase.
They're all globalist, cabal-run psychopaths and lunatics. But the interesting part is this Biden request for this stupid Kissinger clone to be put in charge of NATO. When you're running world wars, you need people in there that are going to do what the cabal wants.
You're goddamn right.
The implementation of a lunatic Kissinger crony heading up NATO seems about right. But again, this proxy war definitely has a purpose.
In the middle right now. Dance for me, baby.
And that purpose is to be the excuse for the transformation of the world in years to come, as they also continue to spread fear and propaganda to keep people in states of flux, confusion, division, and distraction. Kind of like the cocaine found in the White House story.
Shit happens.
I mean, don't you think worse shit we should be worrying about is going on inside that fucking building and has taken place inside that building? But again, it is about causing distraction, creating buffoonery, and, getting people to blame the administration currently as opposed to the entirety of government. Because, if you haven't come to the realization that the president is not elected, he or she is selected, and this script is already written.
You got that right.
Then I don't know what to tell you. So anyway, what else do we have here? Oh, and have you seen this one?
Now, last night we showed our viewers pictures of Joe Biden at the beach, and as you know, Cristian, he wasn't exactly ripping it up there. And overnight he's attended a parade with King Charles in England, who had trouble actually keeping the president on track. Yeah, even the King of England can't get the president to go in the right direction.
Hey! Shut the fuck up! You're ready now, mister. Hey! What are you, deaf? Shut the fuck up!
We all issues we serve happening. All men and women created by you know the thing.
I mean, the government-owned and run media in and of itself is enough to tell you. Right down to even this.
It's the beginning of March. Yes, can you believe it? I know. March. Can you believe it?
No.
It's March. I know. Can you believe it? March. Can you believe it? March. Can you believe that? March. Can you believe that? March. Can you believe it? March. Can you believe it? March, man. Can you believe that?
God bless.
Can you believe it? We're already in March.
Already in March.
March already. Can you believe it's already?
It is hard to believe.
Hard to believe it's March.
Hard to believe this is March. Hard to believe that it's March 1st. March 1st. March 1st.
Can you believe it? March 1st. Can you believe it? No, March 1st already. Can you believe it?
March 1st. Can you believe it? March the 1st. Can you believe it?
March 1st. Can you believe it? March 1st. Wow. Can we just let that sink in for a second? And can you believe it?
Well, we're starting to make an impact. There are inroads, good name, but it's hard to believe they're still here.
I mean, it's like there's nothing spontaneous being said. Right up, just like that threat to our democracy clip.
And this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
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 This is extremely dangerous to our democracy. That is on that fucking box has a purpose. It's there to spread propaganda, division, to distract, and to get people to look one way and not the other. Meanwhile, you have the plans and beginnings of the implementations of controllable electric cars.
Resetting all biolinks for new driver.
You have the beginnings of the 15-minute cities.
Are you coming to the tree?
You have laws that are being made in different countries to go after dis and misinformation and to attempt to censor people.
Wrong answer, McFly!
You have a good blueprint to look at right now as how this transformation is going to take place. France is a good example of what they want to fucking do everywhere. And it is a perfect example of problem, reaction, solution.
So as you might have seen, French President Emmanuel Macron threatened to cut off social media as ongoing protests have become more violent. There have been some cases of looting and violence, and Macron has blamed social media platforms for the uptick in rioting.
Nous avons vu sur plusieurs d'entre elles, Snapchat, TikTok et plusieurs autres, à la fois l'organisation de rassemblements violents se faire, mais une forme de mimétisme de la violence.
He then went on to play the "it's the video games" card.
Qui, chez les plus jeunes, conduit à une forme de sortie du réel. Et on a le sentiment parfois que certains d'entre eux vivent dans la rue les jeux vidéo qui les ont intoxiqués.
In addition to blaming social media for the turmoil in France, Macron reportedly threatened to ban it if things get out of control. The president also said he'd be taking steps to remove content his government found to be sensitive.
Nous prendrons dans les prochaines heures, nous avons commencé à l'organiser, plusieurs dispositions. D'abord, en lien avec ces plateformes, d'organiser le retrait des contenus les plus sensibles.
People in France are concerned. Some people have pointed out that Macron's comments feel kind of authoritarian. The leader of France's Socialist Party said that censoring social media is seen in undemocratic countries like China, Russia, and Iran. The governments of those countries keep their people both from the outside world and from seeing dissent.
Yeah, you know, and again, that's done everywhere. In any country, they want to destabilize. The globalists around the world all work together. This evil, psychopathic, globalist cult has all of this mapped out. They know exactly how to create the chaos in order to spread the fear and get people to accept the changes that are being brought in because of all the chaos. None more so than economically and financially.
What a phenomenon. Again, they're not done, and we've covered this at length. Again, presidential selection cycle, all right? They already know who the new president's going to be. I think we can pretty much agree. It doesn't matter anyway here. What are they doing? They are creating more dependency on the current system than we have ever seen before. People, this is what you can look forward to, and it's already getting all kinds of talk. Price controls, price caps, more easy money for people. It's an incredible situation here. More of a move towards socialism. And again, what does that mean? It means a lot more inflation as well, because we don't have the cash. Again, it's an incredible situation, but it's that mechanism of dependency that you and I have been seeing. What are they doing? They're wiping out an entire class of people, pushing people to the lower rung of society so they are more dependent on the current system. You see, People are literally marching themselves to the slaughter, enslaving themselves, literally making themselves slaves to the current system. Imagine my shock, imagine your shock. This is what this is all about. This wipeout of the middle class on a global scale, this destroying of small businesses here, the lack of credit to keep these small businesses alive here, is all, again, exactly, problem, reaction, solution.
What's the problem? Reaction, solution. It's the same fucking horseshit over and over and over. And a lot of people, as we talked about last week, or on last video, still choose not to accept it. Or choose to ignore it and think there's nothing we can do about it. When it is so important that more and more individuals come to the realization that this system, this feudalist system that we live under all over the globe, all governments are included in this, is actually the problem and not one side or the other of the system. It is about knowing what is right and choosing it at all times. So it is an objective concept. It is not a relative concept. And if people can foundationally accept that and live that way, this thing ends. Anyway, I think that's a good place to leave it for the week, because in all actuality, that's what this whole fight is about. It's about understanding that foundational level of true objective morality and becoming it in everything we do, including job titles, social atmospheres, our family roles, amongst peers, and just generally in public. It needs to be who we are as people. Otherwise, there are consequences for choosing not to be. And that, of course, is the collective allowance of all this shit, thus bringing in this fucking tyranny for us to live our days in and to hand over to our children and grandchildren. Yeah, well, I don't think so.
I don't think so,
That's not something I'm comfortable allowing. So I choose to speak, and no matter how many fucking tyrannical, psychopathic, criminal, shitbird politicians write down on paper that I can't, I'll always fucking do it.
You're goddamn
And again,
right.
that's a mentality that people need to also foundationally live by. But I digress. We'll go into that on another week. Once again, as always, I hope all is well. Sorry I missed last week, but as I say, shit happens. And we will see you on the next one. Get learning, get speaking.
Don't really know the game, yet I'm bent on submission. Religion is to blame. I'm the new messiah. Angel with a gun, dangerous in my sight.